Assalamu alaikum. It was in September 1995, and we were in central Bosnia, and there was about to be a massive battle where the Bosnian army was going to try and take back land that the Serbs had captured and held on to for about 3 years. And this was in the Bosnian War that took place between 92 and 95, in which a genocide of Muslims took place, and a few thousand fighters, volunteers, they came from different parts of the world, and they joined the Bosnian army to help defend against the Bosnian Serbs. Similar to what is happening in Ukraine today. Ukraine has volunteers that have gone and fought for them and other places. My view, if any young brothers are listening and getting encouraged, I do not suggest that you go and fight for a war in a foreign country, because it has serious legal and physical and other consequences. You could get killed, you could get captured, you could get tortured, you could get disabled. So when I went, it was a completely different era. So I'm talking about something that happened 30 years ago. So just by way of context. So I remember in the middle of the night, we were woken up and we were told that everyone has to get ready immediately. We're in our tents, get ready immediately and go to the trucks, and we are going to another location. So this was in the middle of the night, and I hadn't slept much, or I was extremely tired. And when you're wearing this chest rig in which you have your ammunition and your magazines, it's extremely uncomfortable, because it's like heavy weight on the front of your shoulders, and it's like pulling down, and it's quite uncomfortable. And we're taken into these like buses to transport us from that base camp to another location. There's no headrest. I mean, this isn't a comfortable luxury coach. It's like a little bus, and we're just in there. It reminds me of, now looking back, of American prison buses. There's no headrest, and you've got your rifle, and it's the middle of the night, and there's no chance that you're going to get any sleep. It was a long journey. I don't know how long the journey was, but maybe a few hours long. I remember while I was sitting there, I fell into 2 bouts of slumber. And this, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, this is a type of slumber, or a type of a refreshing sleep called noas. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in the Quran that noas is this special type of slumber, or the sleep that He gives to the Muslims in battle. And it was given to the Prophet ﷺ and the companions in the Battle of Badr. And it's where, the only way to describe it is a sleep. It's not even a power nap. This is some next level thing. In just a few moments of sleep, you will get the equivalent of like you have slept for all of these hours. And you have this big thing, you have these like sleep experts, and they come and say, yeah, you need to get 9 hours, you need to get 7 hours, you need to get 8 hours. You should try to get, in a normal situation, you should try to sleep more. People don't sleep enough. You should try to sleep more, try to maximize, prioritize your sleep. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He controls time. He puts blessing. And here what He does, because He knows people that are going to battle, they're not going to be able to have 8 hours sleep. They're not going to be able to function like that. So in those moments, I had sleep, which was in an uncomfortable situation where I couldn't even recline. I'm just sitting there cramped, and I just fall to sleep. And just for a few minutes it was, because then I remember waking up again, but I woke up feeling refreshed. Then I stayed up for the rest of that day and the rest of that following night as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created the laws of physics and biology, and He can change them when He wants to. If He wants to refresh you and give your body a reset, like it has had 8 hours sleep, and if He wants to do that in 8 seconds, can He do that or not? Of course He can do that. It's not a big deal for Him to do that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He controls time. That's why you see some people, in a short space of time, they are able to get so much done. Ibn al-Qayyim, he wrote this book called Al-Wabil As-Sayyib, The Invocation of God. And if you look at my channel on the playlist, there's a playlist called 8 Mighty Du'as for Hard Times, and I talk about this. I talk about these du'as. So if you get a moment, go and have a look at that playlist. Ibn al-Qayyim, he said that I was with Ibn Taymiyyah in prison. This is in the 13th century, and he would have so much blessing in his day that he would get more done in a day, talking to people, learning, reading, writing. he would get more done in a day than many people would not be able to do in months. And that was because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he put blessing in his time. I remember a sheikh, he once said that reciting 15 minutes of Quran in the morning will put 4 hours of blessing in your day. So if you just recite half an hour, so even though you're thinking, okay, I could be doing my work, or I could be doing whatever, recite that Quran in the morning and you'll see that all of a sudden there'll be blessing in the rest of your day. So that was today's story. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, press subscribe, and press the notifications bell, and share this content far and wide so that others may also benefit from it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.